Hey guys, what is up? I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. It's just the two videos that I recorded before. I just didn't really like them. I wasn't feeling them. I just thought it wouldn't be good content. And yeah, and hopefully this one works out and it looks good. And you know, hopefully it'll go up on my channel. But as you can see, I look like shit. Let's be real. But yeah, so it's nighttime, as you can see, and I really haven't been in the mood to film. I don't know, I get these, it looks so gross, but I get these like times when I just feel like depressed and things like that. I have suffered very badly from depression. So yeah, I was kind of struggling with that a little bit, and I just wasn't really in the mood to film. And what I just didn't realize was that filming would have helped me a lot, just because anytime I'm feeling like down and like sad and stuff, I always like film and it just makes me feel better. But I just couldn't do it. But now that everything is better, thank God, I am going to do a video for you guys. That's cute. I am just going to get started. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be how to make your makeup last. So I am going to do my eye makeup as normal, and I am just going to what was I gonna say? Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I like on my eyes and everything like that. I'm just going to fast forward just in case you don't care about the eye makeup, because it's not really focused on that. And then I'm going to go into the face makeup, which is going to be more in detail and shalala, right? And before I even get started, I am going to tell you the first step I always like to do if I want my makeup to last. I don't do this every single time just because I'm lazy, and it's not necessary if you don't want it to last that long, you know? But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I do, and it's the most important step ever. It doesn't matter if you're using the best primer in the world. It doesn't matter if you're using the fucking 48-hour foundation. I know it doesn't exist, but still, you know, it doesn't matter. You always have to prep your skin, and this is going to help you so much, and it's going to make such a big difference. So yeah, so basically what I do to prep my skin, which is what I'm going to do for my sister's graduation that's on Saturday. I am thinking of vlogging the whole graduation, like from start to finish, like what I do at the beginning, what I do at the end, how I get ready, how I do my mom's and sister's makeup, because if you guys don't know, I do a little bit of freelance on the side. I don't have many clients because I just started, but yeah, I also like to do that. So my mom and sister always like me to do their makeup and things like that, and I'm also going to do my best friend's makeup for their graduation as well. I don't know if she's going to pay me, but hopefully she will. I hope she doesn't see this video and is like, fuck, I didn't pay her. Cause it's fine, you know, it's fine. She's my best friend, I don't care. It helped me out a lot, but whatever, it's cool. I don't need it. Anyway, so yeah, so that is what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so like I said, skin prep is so important because it gets your face so clean and it makes it ready for makeup to stay on as long as possible. So say you have like residue and like all of that, like the makeup is just not going to sink into your skin as good as it would if it was, you know, what? Oh my god. It wouldn't sink in as well as if you prep your skin. Now, in today's video, I'm not going to show you like the whole lasting process just because it's 11 at night and I just kind of wanted to show you my technique. Now, for the skin prepping, what I usually do is I'll wash my face, and then once I wash my face, I will use a toner, or I will use like micellar water just to take off any gross stuff. I will either use a serum or a moisturizer. Sometimes I'll use both, sometimes I'll just use one depending on how dry my skin feels. And then I will use some under eye cream, or you could also wear under eye like patches. I don't know if that's what they're called, while you're doing your eye makeup as well. And once I do all that, then I'm ready for skin. And then sometimes I will do a face mask. Once I do all that, then I'll be ready to to put on my makeup. But I think the most important steps are to clean your face and to moisturize your face, for sure. I feel like that just helps the makeup sink in really well. And also a hydrating mask. I feel like that is the best mask you can put on. But yeah, without further ado, and this video already being 8 minutes long and I haven't even fucking started, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I already have my eyebrows done and I put on some eyeshadow primer just to save some time, and I use the Stay Don't Stray by Benefit. And now I'm just going to go in with eyes. So the products that I'm just going to show you the products that I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to point to the colors as I go on. But yeah, this is a Kat Von D Lolita palette. I saw this and I was like, that is me. Like, it should be called Alexia, like that's me. Because they're literally like pinks and purples, and these are the shades that I just adore to wear on me personally. So I'm gonna use this palette, and I'm gonna use these two like eyeshadow things. So this is the Color Effects by Danessa Myricks, and it is in the shade Ballerina. And I'm gonna mix it with the Stila in Grace, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna put that as eyeliner, a little bit different, but still something simple. And yeah, so I'm just gonna fast forward this part of the eyes, and then I'm gonna go into the face and talk a little bit more in depth. And I'm sorry about my crazy hair. I'm trying to fix it, but like, this is what happens when you don't put product in curly hair. You get this mess. So since I haven't done anything these couple days since I washed it, I just put it up and I go out like this. So, but that looks a little bit better. I don't have hair sticking out. I'm trying to think of who I look like, but I can't think of anything. I feel like a spider, you know, because they have hairs all over their body. So I feel like my head is like their body, you know? Anyway, so I'm just gonna fast forward this part and I'll show you what colors I'm picking up as I go and the brushes and sha-la-la. So yeah. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I am just gonna afterwards just clean up the mascara that I got on my lids, as you can see. But yeah, those are the eyes, pretty simple, nice and cute. And now what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna show you guys what I do to make my makeup last nicely. So I really love doing this that I'm about to share with you guys. I've done this for a while now, not that long, but a couple months, and I've been obsessed with it. I don't know why I never thought of it before, but it is mixing my primer, just because I feel like you kind of get a little bit more than just one like purpose, if that makes sense. Like this one's for hydrating, and this one I believe is for like filling in pores and making the skin look nicer and things like that. So you mix them and you get like a best of both worlds, you know? So yeah, so I'm gonna mix the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer, and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. So I'm gonna mix these two. Another one that I really recommend for making your makeup last all day long is the Too Faced Hangover X primer, I believe it's called. Yeah, that is also another great primer I recommend. That's probably the one I'm going to be using on the graduation day. And God, I'm farting so bad. Something. But I do think primer is super important to make your makeup last because it's going to have something to stick to. So once we did all of our skin prep, and I do plan on filming a video about skin prep. I know Kathleen Lights just posted one a little while ago, so you guys could definitely check that out. But yeah, if you guys want to know how I do it, I will definitely show you as well. So I'm just going to mix both of them in here on my hands and just start applying. Alright, so now that that is complete, I am going to go in with my foundation. Now the foundation I'm going to be using is a little luxury. Actually, I'm not going to use a luxury one because I don't want to waste it. But the one I usually go in for to make sure my foundation lasts all day long is the YSL All Hours foundation. Definitely recommend. I know it's pricey, but it's definitely worth it. And I love the smell of it. It smells so good. It's like not like a really strong chemical scent, but it smells really, really nice. Okay, but this is one of my favorite foundations of all time. And now I'm just going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Fond de Teint in Nude Ivory. I don't know if this is going to be a little too light for me, but we're going to find out. Let's see. And this is also a great foundation. I also really, really like it. But just use any foundation that is long wear, and that will definitely help. Or your foundation, your favorite foundation that you absolutely love. But I definitely do recommend this one right here. So I'm just going to apply this. I probably should have wet my beauty blender first on my face, and I love this spatula. I feel like this is the best way to put foundation on. I personally don't like I like the pump, but I just hate putting it on the back of my hand, to be honest. Because I always walk out, I always forget to wash it off, and I walk out like that out of the house, and I just have like foundation all over my hand. And clearly, you don't want people to think you have makeup on. Like, this is so natural, you know? So now I'm just going to use a beauty blender just to go ahead and pounce on my face. And personally, I just like to use sponges or beauty blenders, whatever you want to call them, when I do my foundation. I don't know, I've tried to use brushes, but I just don't really like how it applies it. I really want to try out the brush that Kathleen Lids used because she swears by it. But I don't know, it's just not for me, brushes, I feel like. Because, or it leaves streak marks, or I just feel like it's not doing anything. So I just have always used a sponge. And I feel like something really, really important to know if you're gonna use a sponge is to always wet it. Because a lot of people say that when you use a sponge, it soaks up most of the product, right? But if you wet the sponge, what will be soaked up is water, and it won't soak up as much as the foundation, if that makes sense. Because when you don't wet it, well, like all the little, you know, holes and stuff that are in there don't have any product inside. So when you put foundation on and you take it with that sponge, then the foundation will start to absorb because it has nothing else to absorb, you know? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. This is a bit light for me, but it's okay, we can fix it with some bronzer. So hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so that's why I kind of think wetting your sponge is super important, because it won't soak up as much product, and it will also apply the base really, really nicely. Oh, I thought I tapped over my liner because you can't really see it because it's so light. But yeah, just a tip that I kind of want to give you guys. Yeah. So now that that is blended in, I'm just going to apply concealer. And the concealer I'm going to use is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics in C9. And this concealer is Amazeballs. As you can see, a totally different shade from the foundation, but that's okay. I'm literally doing the opposite of highlighting where I'm supposed to, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, I'm trying not to look so white. I personally don't really like to highlight so much on my face. I don't know, it's just not me. I just feel like it looks too not natural. I feel like it looks like kind of like a Photoshop effect, you know? And it's just not my personal liking. Like, of course, if you like to do it, go for it. Like, it's all you. But on me personally, I don't like to do it. And also on my clients, you know, because most people will ask for a really natural makeup look. That's just how most people are who aren't really experienced with makeup. They just prefer more natural because they're not used to seeing themselves with a lot of makeup on. But yeah, so I feel like putting a really light concealer underneath your eyes and like on the rest of your face will just make it look less natural. So I just don't really like to do that. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to go in with a cream, a bronzer, and blush. So So for cream bronzer and blush, the reason I actually didn't really like to do this, I started doing it a little bit ago, but the reason I like to do it now is because it looks super, super natural in the skin. It sinks in nicely to the skin, so it doesn't look like it's just sitting on top there and it's gonna like blow away at any second. So I really love to do that. And then I like to put powder on top just to make it stay longer. So the cream is obviously gonna stay longer because of the fact that it's a cream formula and it sinks in better to the skin, so it stays on longer. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And then putting powder on top is gonna set it, you know, and it's gonna as well make it last a lot longer. But yeah, so for cream bronzer, I am going to go in with the Marc Jacobs concealer, the new one that came out. I don't know what it's called. And this is in the shade Tan 49. And this is what it looks like. I'm sorry I'm using pretty high-end products in this video. It's just in Mexico where I am, they don't really have many drugstore options. Like, it's not like Target, you know, where it's like, oh my god, you know, or like Ulta. Like, they just don't have that many drugstore options. So I mostly have more high-end makeup. And there is this store that does sell more drugstore, but there's not really any, like, it's not like a store that sells companies that I know of. So I'm sorry if I don't use many drugstore products. I always try to use drugstore products because it's better, you know, like it's cheaper. But yeah, so I do want to film a drugstore tutorial, like trying out a whole bunch of drugstore products or showing you guys my favorite drugstore products. If you guys would like to see that, leave a comment down below if any of you guys are interested. But yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just applying this on my brush like so, and then I tap off the excess on the back of my hand just so that I can control it better. And then I'm just going to do tapping motions and start applying it where the bronzer would go. And I also like to take my sponge and just press it more into the skin so that it lasts, again, longer. And I'm just doing tapping motions and really putting it into my skin. And this will give you a lot more of a natural look. Of course, I applied a little too much and it looks like I got makeup on, you know, but cream does always look a lot natural than powder. And when you combine them both, it lasts longer. So I'm just going to apply this everywhere and I'll be right back. Okay, now a little pointer. Obviously, this side looks a lot more natural. Now, I look a little white because I do need to get a yellow light, like yellow light, just because all of the lights I'm using are white, so it like washes me out. But this side, as you can see, is not as harsh as this side. Now, this side on camera looks better, but in person, it looks way more like there, you know? So this side is always better to go in with a little bit of product and then work your way up. Now I'm just gonna make them even on each side. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more, but just for a heads up, and also to keep in mind, since you are gonna apply more bronzer with powder, use a lighter hand so that when you put the powder on, it doesn't look like, oh shit, like she went to the sun and got burned, but with makeup, you know? So I'm just tapping this out, and it is a long process for me personally because I just want it to look really good and really nice. So I always like to make sure it looks nice, as natural as possible, you know? So I'm just blending it out and tapping it always. Do not go like this. That is like a makeup sin. Like, do not do that. I know it's annoying and you get lazy. You really do. Like, I get really fucking lazy and I'll go like that. But like, if you want your makeup to look good, just these little small things will help you so much. And also at making it last, because if you go like this, you're not letting it sink into the skin. You know, you're just letting it sit on top. So when you let it sit on top, it's gonna just go away. It's gonna blow away. The wind is just gonna blow your whole makeup off, you know? So if you tap it in, it's really, the Beauty Blender is helping it sink into the skin. I hope all these like little tips are helping you guys. But yeah, these are just things that I have learned. And there we go. And now I will tell you, I forgot what I was going to tell you. Now for blush, I'm going to use this one right here. Oh, by the way, I was gonna tell you guys, I have some makeup that was sent to me by NYX, not sent to me, but I went with them and I worked with them. I was invited by my school, EDIP, which is here in Mexico, and it is an amazing school. I love it. If you guys are in the Mexico City area, definitely check it out. It's amazing. You will learn so much from there, even if you already think you know everything about makeup like I did when I first started. You will learn so much, and it'll make you a way better makeup artist. They do like little practices and things like that, and I'm just gonna keep doing this while I talk, but they sent me to a NYX event with NYX and L'Oreal, and I got to work with them. It was an amazing experience, and I went to Cancun and everything, and they, as like my payment, they gave me some free makeup. So, what's it called? So, God, why does this happen? So there is some makeup that I have that from them that was given to me that I already had. So I was thinking of putting it in a giveaway for you guys, like maybe do one big one or 3 small ones. Let me know if you guys would want that. Now, if there's like no comments down below, then I won't do it, just because, you know, there's like no way for me to know. But if there's a couple comments down below, I will definitely do that for you guys, because I just want to give back to you in some way, you know. So I would do or 3 mini ones or 1 big one. Of course, there's a way bigger chance for you guys to win because, you know, I have 23 subscribers, which is amazing. I'm so happy about it, because I started off with 0, obviously, like everybody. But yeah, so let me guys know if you want to give away, and I will definitely do that for you. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted it, so I prefer to ask. But yeah, so now I'm just doing the same thing with the blush, and I'm using the Face Secrets B3 brush, which I believe is from foundation, and I'm just going to smile and apply it on my cheeks. As well, tapping motions. Now, I definitely feel foundation brushes are the best for cream. This one is working beautifully. I don't know why I've never used it. But anyway, I'm just going to apply it the same way. And then I'm taking my beauty blender. Even though I don't really feel like I need to blend out anything, I always like to do it anyway, just in case. I like to go like around the edges, because I am stamping like this, and it is a circular brush, so it's gonna look like a circle, you know, not literally, like it's not gonna look like a circle, but I still like to blend out the edges because of that. So that is just what I'm doing, like so. And now I'm just going to blend out the lines underneath my eyes. And now I'm just going to take my favorite powder so far, which is the Marc Jacobs, the new powder they came out with like the little brush that it comes with, like this. Never use the brush, but whatever. I got it for free, so. My nose. But yeah, so there's 2 ways you can apply this powder. Now, you can apply it with a damp sponge, and this I learned from Jaclyn Hill, but I don't really know, I can't really remember why she does that, but in my personal opinion, I feel like doing it with a sponge will get you a lot of coverage and will definitely set it all in place better. Now, if you don't want too much coverage and you just kind of want to set it lightly, you know, if you have dry skin, for example, and this will just dry you out really quickly, you can always just go in with a fluffy brush. This is not a fluffy brush, but you can always go in with a fluffy brush and just pat it on. But today I'm going to go in with a sponge. Like a hair on my face, and it's fucking itching. Oh, that feels good. Now it's going to be all right. Great. Love that. Oh, got it. That is a big ass hair. Probably for my dog. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it damp. You wanna make sure it's damp, because if it's wet, you're screwed. So, and I'm just going to start to stamp it on my skin. Now, this will kind of make the powder and the blush kind of go away, but you will be putting more on top. So if you do want to go a little bit more heavy, if you're going to do it this way, go for it. But if you're not, then just don't go crazy with the bronzer and the blush. So when I look in the camera, it doesn't look like I have much on, but when I look in the mirror, it looks like it's like the good amount, you know? So I guess it was good that I applied more. And this will just set down your face and make it look really nice and set for the whole night. So now that that is done and I'm done setting the face, I am just going to go in with powder, bronzer, and blush. Bronzer and blush. Okay, did that make sense? Whatever. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. One of my faves. Thanks to Kathleen Lights. I love you, bitch. And I'm just... I always have to smell it. It smells so good. I'm just going to apply this with the Duo Color brush that just came in a set, which looks like this. Just go in like so. And now for blush, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Passion Pink Blush. This is the Baked Blush. And I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collection, or collab, and this is JH06. My favorite blush brush of all time, hands down. I freaking love this. It's so amazing for blush. Like, it blows my mind. It's like the perfect shape, like the perfect fluffiness. It applies it so nicely. I'm obsessed. Like, I can't even remember what brush I used before I discovered this one, or before I got this one. And now, for like to clean up under here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Marc Jacobs powder. You can go in with the translucent powder as well. I'm just going to take the BH Cosmetics, and this is the number 3 brush from this collection right here. I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm just going to go underneath the bronzer, go back in with the bronzer, and just kind of touch it up. The reason I'm doing this and not baking, sometimes I will bake, sometimes I won't, is just because this way it looks clean, but you can't see that harsh line. And in my personal opinion, and for me, I just don't like it because it doesn't look natural. Like, it looks like you're gonna cut somebody. Like, I just don't personally like it. Like, I like it to look as blended as possible, like it's in the skin, like it's coming out of the skin, you know? Like, I don't want to see like brown and white, you know? Like, that's just not me. So now, if you like to do it, I used to like to do it, but I just don't anymore. If you like to do it, go for it. Do you. Like, it's fine. Isn't that sexy? But I just don't, you know? So this is what I like to do. I will either take powder like this, or I will take a loose face powder. I will still bake, but I'll bake for like a minute, you know? So that it doesn't create that harsh line. And now I just go back in with the bronzer. I'm not putting any more product. I'm just kind of like touching it up. Same with the blush, just to make it all one. Now, something I do recommend that I always forget to do is put your highlighter on before your blush, because it will look so much prettier, because the blush will like help out. Oh, look at that glow. And I haven't even had my highlighter on yet. But like the blush will, like the blush and the highlighter will become one.
And it'll just look so juicy and beautiful and amazing.
So good. So I just like to do that when I remember, and if I don't, I'll go back in with blush and just do it. And now for highlighter, yeah, I'm gonna go in with a new brush. This is the NYX Professional Makeup in number 5. It looks like this guy. And I am going to apply some highlighter. Yeah, I'll stop saying. And this is the Betty Luminizer. It's this one. And I'm just going to apply this on my cheeks. I remember when this was all the rage back in the day. Oh, I know why. God, it's beautiful. I don't know why I don't use this more often. Oh, and this brush is nice. I thought it was gonna be like too dense, but like no, it's good.
Thank you, NYX. Love you guys.
So beautiful. And I'm just gonna leave it out just to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. But now that that is complete, I like to go in with a brush with no product. Well, it doesn't have product right now because I washed them yesterday. And just blend it all out just to help it all become one. And go back in with that blush brush. And yeah. So now that that is done, I am going to move on to the bottom of my eyes, clean up my mascara, put on my lips, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is a completed look. Even though I didn't really show you guys in depth the eyes, but yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys on how to make your makeup last. But always make sure you apply some setting spray. It will make a world of a difference. The two that I'm going to recommend is the Slay All Day Setting Spray by Gerard Cosmetics and the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. These two are my top. Oh, I have this new one, which is really good. Okay, it is this one right here. It is the Dermacolor Fixing Spray, Fixer Spray right here. And just look at the mist. It's like a fucking hairspray can. It doesn't feel harsh on the skin, well, not that I know of, because I always tell my models, like, careful, it's kind of hard. And I like apply it and they're like, you know, like perfect, you know? The smell is not great, but nothing I can't handle. But yeah, this is one that I have been obsessed with. I feel like it makes the makeup look so nice and amazing. This one is definitely up there. Amazing. Definitely check this one out. I know those two are known on YouTube and this one isn't as much. It is amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So good. I love it. So definitely check it out. That looks fucking disgusting. But yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, and I will see you in my next one, hopefully. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell so that you're notified when I upload a video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. I love you guys so much. Bye. This is way too late for me, maybe? No, probably not. God, my nose is itchy. Oh. Ah. Ah. It's like a circular, where's my sponge, bitch?